This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we started Python and basic Python we done like variable creation, how to create variables and how to give file formatting, all those things. Next level, next chapter we will go with
This conference will now be recorded.
and then stop. I think it's Python 3. And first chapter we done objects, print formatting we done. Then list. Very simple. List is nothing but array in JavaScript, but in Python it is called list. How to create list? List is equal to 1, 2, 3. That's enough. And what is this list? Multiple kind of data, string data, numerical data, floating data, all those things, character data. And what is this my list? My list is going to be available here and print out. And here my list is going to be available. Just make it print out. So list is going to be having square braces open, square braces close. And length of the list. Length is nothing but count. How many values are there in the list? How many values? Basically 4 values. My list is going to be having 4 values or 3 values. This is my list, right? This is my list 1. My list 1. And my list 1 I will take. My list 1. How many values are there in my list 1? 4 values. First one string, second one number, integer, third one is float, fourth one also string, character string. Next, indexing and slicing. Indexing and slicing. Slicing means cutting. How to cut the list? How to cut list? So that there is one list. List of 0. List of 0. First value, 0 index. So list is going to be having indexes. We know that, right? Index starts with 0. Count starts with, or length starts with, length starts with what? 1. Okay, so index starts with 0, length starts with 1. That is okay. Fine. Next, 1 colon 1 east nothing but 1 2. So 1 east. Where is the 1, guys? 1 nothing but this one, right? This one is 0. 2 3 4 5 came up. 2 3 4 5 came 1 east. And colon 3 nothing but what? 3 before. Grab everything up to index 3. 1 2 3. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding one item to the list. So my list plus new item. My list plus new item. So item is going to be added. So addition is possible. Addition is possible with the list. Addition is not possible with the tuple. List is mutable, tuple is immutable. Number 1 point. My list. Now my list is this. My list plus my list, add a thing, and then finally my list. Next, my list making double. How to make double my list? Into 2. Into 2. Can I give 4? Possible, huh? 4 times. 4 times values are added. Very simple. And there is a one list. And basic list methods. List 1 dot append. List 1 dot append. Append means what? List 1. Append method. What is append method? Append method is going to be adding the values or appending the values. Appending means, for example, this is your list. This is your list. 0, 1, 2. Appending means what? Adding on top of the stack. Append means what? Adding on top of the stack. So fourth index. Third index. Third index is going to be added. Third index is going to be adding for you. Next, list 1 after appending to execute it. Append executed and appended. Next pop. What is a pop? List 1 pop of 0. Pop of 0. 0 means 0 index I want to take. Popping means picking. Picking or removing. Removing. So popping means removing. 0 index removed. Now after that, after the pop, 2 times I removed. 2 times I removed. So if I execute again, 3 times removed. If I execute again, fourth one removed. So finally, what is the list? Empty. Every time 0 index is removing. Every time 0 index is removing, automatically all the elements are removed. Next, popped item. Okay, so we don't have any item, right? We don't have any item. That is the reason this is going to be available. Now you can execute again and append again and list 1 show. And I don't want to execute the pop and list 1 is there. Now popped item. Whatever the popped item you want to show, popped item is. So pop is different, pop of 0 is different. Pop is different. What is the pop? Removing the last element. Removing the last element. After the pop, appended me is removed. See, difference between the pop of 0, difference between the pop method and pop of 0 method. What is the pop of 0 method? Pop of 0. Pop of 0. We are actually specifying the index. Specifying the index. And here. Try to understand. This is the pop method. What pop method is doing? Pop method is removing this one. Pop of 0 is removing 0th element. Yes or no? Pop of 0 method is removing the 0th element. Pop method is removing the stack, end of the stack, whatever the element is there, that element is getting removed with the pop method. Whenever I specify the index, that index will be removed. That is what actually you have to remember. Number of interview questions will be covered with every concept. Next, list of 100, list 1 of 100. So where is the 100 element of the list? We have any item for 100 index? We have any element for 100 item? Okay, what is the list of 1? 1 is there, huh? List 1. What is the first index? 2. What is the 100th index? 100th index. I don't have any 100th index, right? Index out of range. List index out of range. Next, there is one list called something and a new list. New list dot reverse. What reverse method is doing? What reverse method is doing? Just completely reverse. ABCD DC BA. ABCD DC BA. That is reverse. Sort. What is the sort? Sort by alphabetical order. Sort by alphabetical. These all methods are very, very important for the data scientist. Data scientist basically working on data. They are actually cleaning the data, sorting the data, removing the unwanted records. Then this kind of methods are very, very important. And you people also need to remember these methods. Okay, nested list. Nested list nothing but what? List with list. There are 3 lists available. Matrix I am going to be creating. What is the matrix now? Matrix. What is the meaning of matrix? What is the meaning of matrix? Rows and columns, huh? Yeah, combinations of rows and columns. Rows and columns. Now I taken three lists. I taken 3 lists. I am taking all the 3 lists into the list. So this is one list, and this is one list, and this is one list, and finally putting all these 3 lists into the another list. Then one matrix is going to be created. Can you see this? Okay. So you can do that. Nested list you can do. And matrix of 0. Matrix of 0. What is the matrix of 0? 0th element. 0th element is first list. Matrix 0 or 0? First row, first array, first element. First array, first element. What is the first array, first element, for example, guys? Very, very simple. This is a numerical Python. In NumPy, list is very, very important in NumPy. NumPy, numerical Python, completely matrix algebra functions, rows and columns. So you'll be having a number of lists, right? And you'll be having number of values here, right? So I want to take first of all this one, this list. So list of 0, matrix of 0 and 0. 0 means this one and 0 means this one. First row, first item. First row, first item. So try to practice with a number of things. So let me go with the matrix of 1 of 2. What is 1 of 2? Some element 6. List comprehensions. There are multiple methods which are going to be available for the comprehensions. I want to gather only the first row, first column. I want to gather only first column. Row of 0 for row in matrix. Something like looping. Something like looping. So one simple condition I want. Simple English I am writing. First column I want to pick up. First column I want to pick up. What is the first column? I want to pick up first column. It is something like this. I want to pick up only the first column. This is 3 lists available here. And I want to have 3 columns also available. 3 rows and 3 columns. But my requirement is I want to pick only this column. My requirement is I want to pick only the first column. How to pick up the first column? For each and every row, take a first column. For each and every row, take the first column. How to take row of 0? Row of 0. What is the row of 0? In first column, row of 0 for row in matrix. Row of 0. What is the row of 0? This one, huh? Row of 0 for row in matrix. There are a number of rows available. For each and every row, I want to take a first column value. Very simple condition you can apply. Row of 0 for row in matrix. Little bit complex. This is called compensation. List comprehensions. List comprehensions. If you want to understand these comprehensions, first of all you need to understand the loops. Normal JavaScript we have a for loop, right? Same kind of loop. For in, we know for in. Same kind of operation. This is actually for in. Okay, so just try to understand the first column we got actually. Just go with that. And don't worry about this method. This method you can able to understand after the loops and conditions. Once we're done with the loops and conditions, this for loop you can understand. This is something like we are already covered JavaScript, right? For object in array. JavaScript. For object in array, we know this. Same kind of concept here. For row nothing but object in matrix. In matrix, a number of rows are there. I want to take the value. What is the value you want to pick up? The value is row of 0 for row in matrix. Don't confuse guys. Huh? First time you are watching this comprehension is a bit typical for you, but after the for loops you can easily understand. Just leave it. Next, I want to go with the dictionaries. Yes, dictionary is something like object in JavaScript. What is object in JavaScript? Curly braces open, curly braces close. Inside curly braces, we will be having the key value pairs. Key colon value, key colon value, key colon value. Concept is same in the DIC. DIC called dic. In Python, it is called dic. In Python, it is called a dic. So my dictionary is equal to key value pair, key value pair. We already know JavaScript objects, right? In JavaScript object, we have the key value pairs. In JavaScript, we are having objects, object having key value pairs. In the same way, here we are having a DIC, dictionaries. Just try to understand. It is very, very simple, quite simple, quite simple. Just create a dictionary created, and I want to gather the values of the dictionary, gather the value. Key to, specify the key to. Basically, if you are specifying the key to, automatically value come. Okay, let me write down. One thing I will do now. In JavaScript, how to create it? Where obj is equal to something like emp name. This is already be done, huh? Emp name, something like Sunath, and emp age, something like 3. This is object or not? 3 30 andava 3 in the employee. This is object created, and how to gather the value from this object? Object dot emp name. If I get this, what is output of this? What is output of this? Sunad, welcome. That is JavaScript. That is JavaScript, but this is Python. In Python, you have to specify the square braces to recruit the value or retrieve the value. How to retrieve the value in Python? In Python, object is going to be creating with the simple way. This is dict. In Python, dic, dict, don't use the keyword called dict for object creation. Why? Because dict is the keyword for the Python. Dict is keyword for Python. So let me go with the dict one. Now, how to access the value of the employee name? How to access the employee name? DIC of emp name. This is the way. That is the way in JavaScript. This is the way in Python. Some syntaxes are different. Just try to understand. I am comparing with the JavaScript. Why? Because we are already familiar with the JavaScript. I am comparing Python with JavaScript. If you are comparing Python with JavaScript, Python is simple. JavaScript is typical, maybe. Why? Because of lengthy keywords. Document dot get elements by tag name. That number of that much bigger syntax is not there in the Python. Python syntaxes are very shorthand methods, sweet methods. Just try to remember it. Okay, this is okay now? This is clear. Let me comment. Okay, this will work, right? This will work, right? Can I execute it? Oh, name error. What is the problem? Employee name. DIC1 of employee name. Where is the problem? One sec. Name, employee name is not defined. Employee name is not defined, that way already defined. First of all, employee dictionary. Let me check with the dictionary DIC1. What is output of the DIC first of all? DIC is there. Then DIC of what I need to do? EMP. There is string. Sorry. Employee name. This should be string basically. Employee name. We got an issue. What is the problem? What's the issue? I don't know. This is coming up. This is coming. This is coming. This is coming. But why this is not coming? Name error, employee name. DIC employee name. Oh, sorry. DIC1. Sorry, guys. Okay. Simple things. My dictionary. Key value. Here the value is number, here the value is array, here the value is array. So lengthy one. And the key 3. What is the key 3? Key 3 having items array. Now key 3 of 0. Key 3 of 0. Tell me, DSE key 3 of 0, item 0. Okay. DSE key 3 of 0 to upper. To upper. Yesterday we seen upper means uppercase comes. Okay, key minus 123. Then what is the value for that? 123 minus 123 0, right? Some simple operations we are going to be having. And set of this minus already 0 minus 123, then minus 123. Empty dictionary. D is equal to empty dictionary. And animal is equal to dog. Answer equal to 42. And finally, D is what? What is the output of the D? This one, animal, dog, answer 42. Nesting with dictionaries. Dictionary with dictionary. Simple object with object. We already learned JSON. In JSON, we have the lengthy object. Lengthy object nothing but one object having key value pair, and value as again an object. Inside object again we have the key value pair. Object dot key. Object dot key. Then automatically inner value will come. In the same way, we have the nested dictionaries. Dictionary, key having dictionary, key having again key, and again this is having the value as dictionary. If I go with this one, let me go with this one. So what is the D output? Key 1. Okay. Next, tell me about the key 1. D of key 1. D of key 1. Key 1. What is the D of key 1? Tell me. And key 1 of next key. Okay. Tell me this. Key 1 of next key. What is the output of this? And subnext key. D1 of next key of subnext key. Finally, I need to retrieve the value, guys. If you want to retrieve the value, you need to go like this. Just dig into dictionary. Whenever you have the nested dictionary, then just dig into dictionary by the keys. Open the key, go to the room. Open the key, go to the room. Open the key, open the doors of the locker. Finally, you need to take the cash. Open the home door first. Open the bedroom door. Next, open the locker. Bathroom door. Yeah, that's what actually. And here, books, empty dictionary. Books, empty dictionary. Type of books. DICT, dict content. Basically, T silence, dict. Okay, this is one nested. Just try to do practice with this, huh? Try to do practice with this, and few dictionary methods, some more dictionary methods. D dot keys. This is going to be written. All the keys. And D dot values. This is going to be written dict keys, dict values. I'm not actually specifying this. This is automatically giving my output. Only keys if you want to find out, just keys. Only values you want to find out, only values. Next, D dot items. Items nothing but it is going to be giving as a collection of array with key value pairs. Key value pair in the tuple. That parenthesis is tuple basically. This is tuple, guys. Don't worry about tuple. Next concept is tuple. This is tuple. Tuple inside the array. Sorry, this is list. This is tuple. Whenever I say items, D dot items. Try to work out all these methods. Some more methods we will be having for the dictionaries and all. And the next concept is simple concept. Tuples. This is the new concept in the Python. Not familiar with the old concepts. But this is same like a list. But list is mutable, tuple is immutable. So this is actually having a feature of immutability. Okay, so constructing tuple, T is equal to 1, 2, 3 with parenthesis, not square braces. Parenthesis, length of tuple 3. T of 1 to T shown. Yeah. T of 0 I can able to access. T of minus 1 I can able to access. Minus 1 is what? Last value. Yesterday I told you, na? Yesterday I told you, na? Whenever you have the list, you will be having a list 0, 1, 2 indexes. And whenever you want to access in this way, you need to access with the 0. Whenever you want to access in this way, you need to go with the minus 1. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, like that. Whenever you are going forward, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Very good. Important. Important. Whenever you are going to be trying to filter the values, picking the values, to follow the things. T of minus 1, 2. Tuple methods. T dot index of 1. What is the index of 1? 0. What is the count? Count of 1? Count of 1. Only 1. Immutability. T of 0 is equal to change. I am trying to changing the value of the 0th index. I'm trying to changing the value for the 0th index. T of 0 is equal to change. Change is what? Okay, you guys, you can't do this. So what is the output error? What is the output error? Type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Tuple object does not support item assignment. You are trying to assigning the item, but it is not possible. Append. T dot append. Append method is working for this. Append method is working for this. No. No. Append method will work for list. Append method will work for the list. Append method will not work for the tuple. Append is not possible. Adding is not possible. Assignment is not possible. Okay, let's go. When you use tuple, tuples are basically so you can have some theoretical part for this. You can just read it and go with the sets and booleans. Very important. Set. Okay, let me write one thing. This is what list. This is what dict. This is lister. This is list. List is going to be having what type of syntax? Square braces. All these are actually collections. All these are collections. And this is a dictionary. And set also like this. Set also like this. But what is going to be happening with the set, I will tell you. And this is going to be having what? Key value pairs. Key colon value pairs. This is what actually called a dictionary. DICT. Set is same like list. Set same like list. But what is the major difference between the set and list? We don't know, right? So list is going to be allowed duplicate values. Set will not allow duplicate values. If I am saying apple, 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 banana, output is apple, banana. Apple, 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 banana means output is apple, banana. That is the set. List output is apple, 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 banana. List is allowing duplicate values. Set will not allow duplicate values. That is the only major difference. But set is mutable. Okay, let me do one simple program of this. Just go with the set. X is equal to set. Addition is possible, huh? Possible. What is the X now? So what is the syntax of the set? Can you see? Curly braces. Okay. So can I add one more time? Can I add one more time? X dot add one. Add one. After this, what is the output of X? One already added. I'm trying to adding one. Again X show. One only. Trying to adding one more time one, but it is not adding. Why? Because of set will not allow duplicates. Okay. Now can I add 2? After 2, added. I'm trying to adding again 1. Trying to show. 1 is not adding there. 1 already there. 1 already there. But if it is list, it will add. But it's tuple. Sorry, it is set. Create a list with repeats. List I'm going to be creating, which is going to be having number of repeated values. But what is the output of the list one? What is the output of the list one? Can you see? Duplicates are there now. Duplicates are there now. But I'm going to be creating a, I'm going to be putting the list into the set of list one, set of list one. All the list one values I'm putting into the set. Then automatically set is going to be deleting all the duplicates. Set of your list items. List items very big. All duplicates are available. I just want to remove all the duplicates, put into the set. Then automatically duplicate names, duplicate values will be deleted. Very, very important in the data analyst. Python is very, very important for the data analyst, data scientist. So Boolean. So what is Boolean, guys? We know already true, false in JavaScript. Ikkada true, false, capital letters. In JavaScript, true, false, small letter keywords. But in Python, capital letter keywords. P capital letter, F capital letter. Okay, A is equal to true. What is the A output? A output, true. And one less than, one greater than two. Possible? One greater than two, possible? False. B is equal to none. None is the placeholder. Print of B, none. None is one keyword. So just basic operations of set. Just try to understand, try to write down the notes. I will share the notes today. A PDF I will share. Some of the concepts, whatever we done so far, I will share the PDF with the WhatsApp group. You can just follow that. Line by line heading I will put. Each and every point I will write. So there is a one more concept called comments. Let me give the comments notes here. How to give comments? Single line comment? Single line comment. How to write single line comment in Python? Single line comment in Python is very simple. That is with the hash. What is the multi-line comment in Python? Whenever you want to give the comment for multiple lines, for example, I am going to be writing the multiple lines. Whenever you have the multiple lines, comment will be something like this. So this is giving a line. Okay. This is going to be having comment like triple code. This is comment. Multi-line comment. Multi-line comment in Python. Triple quotes. Okay, so that is what actually Python basic comments. Got understand? What about set item? Next we go with files. Okay, before files, I don't want to go with the files right now. Before files, I want to go with the basic concepts of statements. Some operators we will go. Some comparison operators we will be having. Let's see comparison operators in Python. 2 is equal to 2. True. 1 is equal to 2, 0. Double equal to. 2 not equal to 1. True. 2 not equal to 2. 2 greater than 1. True. 2 greater than 4. False. 2 less than, greater than, all these are comparison operators. We already know in Java. Greater than or equal to. Less than or equal to. That's it. Chained comparison operators. You can go with the chained comparison operators also. Now you tell me, this is very, very critical. Not critical, simple. Try to understand first. Okay, first of all, 1 greater than 2. True or false? True. True. And 2 greater than 3. True or false? True. True and true? True. Final output will be true. So the operator is going to be checking from this side. This one is going to be checking first. This is true. This one is going to be checking next. Right to left. Operation is going to be performed right to left, not left to right, right to left. And now see, 1 greater than 2. True and true. So the above statements checks if 1 less than 2 and 2 was less than 3. I already told. First one checking, second one checking. It could be having a Python statement. Easily understand. 1 less than 2 and 2 less than 3. End operator. In JavaScript, what is the end operator? This one, huh? JavaScript end operator, this one. Or operator. Not operator. This one, not operator. And operator is this one. But in Python, and operator is this A and D. Sorry. Yeah, small letters. A and D. And operator in Python is A and D. A and D. Or operator in Python is OR. Not operator is Python is NOT. There is no symbols. There is no symbols in Python, just letters. And means and, R means R, not means not. Simple English. I told you, if you know English very well, Python is very simple. Okay. 1 less than 2, true or false? True. 2 less than 3, true. True and true. And operator is going to be checking both are statements true, then automatically output is true. If any condition is false, obviously output is false. We know the AND table or table, right? AND table or table. What is AND table? R table. In R table, any one condition is true, automatically output is true. In AND table, both statement need to be true, then output is true, otherwise it is false. So just check it out, AND table or table. And this one, same concept. 1 less than 3 and 3 greater than 2. And 1 equal to 2 or 2 greater. So 1 is equal to 2. True or false? False. False, huh? False. And 2 less than 3. True. False or true? False or true? True. R table kada. So once again, I will write AND table R table once. What is AND table? What is R table? AND table, true. Output is true, false. Output is false. False, true. Output is false. Okay, now we go with R table. True or true? True or true? Tell me. True. True or false? True. False or true? True. False. False or false? False. That's enough. AND table, R table, not table. If true, false. Opposite. If false, just. Okay. So 1 is equal to 2. False. False or true? True. 1 is equal to 1. True. 100 is equal to 1. False. True or false? True. Okay, let me go with back. Python statements. Here we will cover a lot of things. Introduction to Python statements. Some theoretical part is there. Just go with the theoretical part. And if else, now we come to the point. If so, we need to understand one concept in the Python that is very simple. In Python, conditions or loops. We don't have curly braces. We don't have curly braces. Try to remember this. This is very, very important. And where the people are actually struggling in Python is only one concept, that is called indentation. People are struggling in Python, only concept of indentation. Indentation is nothing but, what is indentation first of all? Indentation in Python. Indentation in Python. So indentation we know already in CSS. In CSS, whenever you are giving a text indent property. In CSS, there is a one property called text indent. What is text indent can do? It is giving space for first line in para. Yes or no? Text indent property in CSS, what it is doing, it is giving some space in first line for the paragraph. Same concept which is going to be having in Python. Indentation, Python indentation is 4 spaces or 1 tab. Python indentation is 4 spaces or 1 tab. for suppose I want to write a condition, if condition, if colon, if condition, there is no parenthesis, there is no curly braces. చెప్తున్నా if condition then colon space, how many spaces we need to give? 1 2 3 4. Then you can write your statement block, whatever the code you want you can write, the code whatever you want you can write, guys, but 4 spaces required. And in Python conditions and loops we don't have curly braces and parentheses. This is also not there. This is also not there. Parenthesis, no parenthesis for condition. Curly braces, no curly braces for the block of the code. Okay, so I will write the difference between that and this. In JavaScript, how to write if condition? If condition, then curly braces, then dot the code. ఇక్కడ స్పేసెస్ ఉన్నావు, ఏం పెట్టినా పర్లే, ఇక్కడ పెట్టిన కోడ్ పర్లే, పెట్టిన పర్లే, ఎక్కడైనా పెట్టచ్చు. That is in other programming languages. People are coming from other programming languages into the Python, they need to be understand only indentation concept. If you understand indentation concept, 60% Python is over. Where people are struggling with the Python code writing is indentation. So now if condition colon is important here. That colon is going to be having, this colon is going to be having, okay, this is colon is going to be having what colon meaning? Colon means, what colon means? What colon means? Block of the code need to be start. Colon, when you put the colon, indentation need to be start. Whenever you are giving colon, immediately we need to give the indentation. That is the importance of the colon. Remember, whenever we are writing the colon, immediately we need to start the indentation. That is the concept of colon. After colon, compulsory 4 spaces required. Whenever we are adding the colon, 4 spaces needed, definitely put the 4 spaces. Okay, let me write now understand the indentation. Just remember, let me go to the code. Okay, let me write a simple name is equal to Srinivas. Name is equal to Srinivas. What is the name now? Srinivas. Now, if name is equal to Srinivas, colon, indentation taken already. This is Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook already Python definition getting up. Jupyter notebook is having only for Python. Okay, 4 spaces already taken. Can you see and observe? Now I need to write the code. What is the code you want? So print hi Srinivas. Now this is the block. I executed a block. If I executed a block, what is the output of this? If he's checking, right? If he's checking. Okay. So what is the, if true, block of the code is executing. Okay. If x false, if x print x was true, else print will not print. So what is the x is false, right? X is false. False condition is what? This one. Okay. Multiple branches. So location, there is one operation. One is the location. If location is equal to AutoShop, print I'll print to AutoShop. If location is equal to bank, this is called else if. If else if. Okay, let me write one more. Example here. Okay, so if name is equal to Srinivas, then print hi Srinivas. Else Printer. This is if else. In JavaScript, if else is there now. JavaScript if else is there now. That is one. What is output now? Why sorry came? Why sorry came? In the name, capital S is there, but here we are giving small s, checking with small s. Okay, so that is a problem with the if else. So if else. Next. Else if ante. Okay, let me write the differences. If is if else is if else else if means else if kada, but else if converted in Python is elif. These two same. If same, if else same, but else if can't converted, else if converted to elif. Remember, switch is not there in Python. Switch and a concept clear. In JavaScript, there is a concept of switch. Switch is same thing like elif kada. So why we need to go with the two syntaxes and still is twisted. We don't have switch. We have only elif. Oh, that's it enough. Now go with this. How many people are listening? 13 people are listening. Good. Okay, so guys, online people understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is elif case. Location already declared with the bank. Location, Photoshop, print, go to this block. Elif, bank, go to this. So what is the output of this? Finally, welcome to bank. Why welcome to bank? This is bank. So try to do one example for the marks. Today we did one program with the JavaScript marks checking. Elif marks checking. Can I go with that? Marks is equal to 67. Same program, whatever we done today morning. If marks less than 35, okay, print fail. Yes or no? Next, elif marks less than greater than 35 and marks less than 40 or 60. Greater than 35 and less than 60. Then we give grade. Grade. B grade. B grade. Elif marks greater than 65 or 60 and marks less than 90. Marks less than 90. Aim it down. Grade. Print A grade. Then finally else. Aim it down else law. Jagrata. Whenever you are giving colon, careful and print distinction. Distinction. Spelling rather bana. Distinction ki. Distinction correct hai na? What is that? A grade. Why A grade? Already marks is 67. For example, our Govardhan is going to be having 98 marks. Then distinction. So we are already learning JavaScript. That is why Python is simple for you. But first time watching Python, only Python people will focus. But we are familiar with the JavaScript. That is the why reason Python is simple. You can easily understand code of the Python. But syntaxes are basically different. Small changes. Small changes. Whenever change will come, I will write down in the notepad. So this is the change. This is the change. Input. అన్ని ఒకసారి ఎందుకు గోవర్ధన్ ఎంటర్ యువర్ నేమ్ వచ్చిందా వచ్చిందా ఇన్పుట్? ఇన్పుట్ జస్ట్ ఇన్పుట్ అంటే ఇన్పుట్ అన్నావు కదా, ఇన్పుట్ పెట్టేసాడు. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ పైథాన్. సింపుల్ ఇంగ్లీష్. All keywords are there with simple English. Neatly designed, simply designed. Yeah. So there is one more example. Equals person. Huh? రాసిన కదా రాయాలి. ఎల్ఈఫ్ అనేది అవ్వచ్చు. Okay, so person Sammy and welcome Sammy. Else part this one. This is already we done, and there are multiple examples are there. You can check it out. Conditions. How conditions are? Very simple, huh? Compared to JavaScript, Python conditions are very simple. I feel comparing with any other programming language, Python is simple. That is why, oh my God, Python there for us. Python there for us. Loops. There is a for loop, guys. Very simple one. There is one list. There is one list and list one. And for number in list. This is foreign. We already know foreign. We already know foreign. Foreign JavaScript. How foreign JavaScript? Foreign JavaScript. How to write foreign JavaScript? JavaScript foreign. For object in array. Yes or no? This is syntax of the JavaScript. This is syntax of the JavaScript. But now we are in Python. How Python code will be? How Python code will be? Python code will be very simple, right? For number in list. There is no parenthesis. There is no parenthesis. There is no curly braces. Directly indentation. Block 1, 2, 3, 4. And write the code. There is no parenthesis concept. There is no curly braces concept. You're trying to habitually writing the code automatically. You will get understand why Python is simple. Just do practice today. I will share the notes today. Definitely. I will share the all concepts of the notes today. You just do the practice with examples. Theory, example, theory, example. Yeah. So the next one. Modular division. Reminder. For number in list, if number percentile 2 inside the for loop. Okay, so first of all, what are the numbers? What is the list one? What is the list one first of all? List one is this 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, I want to gather all the 10 numbers with the for loop. How to gather the values for num in list one? Yes or no? Colon and num. Print num. Print num. Okay, what is the output of this? 1 to 10 values printed. 1 to 10 values printed. But I want only even numbers. I want only even numbers. Then what I need to do? If num percentile 2 equal to 0, 2 dividable. If the number is 2 divisible, it is even number. If num percentile 2 equal to 0, print num. Else print num. True అవుతుంది కదా? True అవుతుంది కదా? Not. Oh, not is not equal to. What is not equal to? What is going to be printing? Every number is printing, huh? Okay, fine. Coming this, print even number, print odd number both. Print even number, print odd number. If number list percentile 2 equal to 0, print a number. Else part odd number. If not is there, odd number is. So example, one more example. This is what actually very simple one. For this, basically, you need to write a big code in JavaScript. But here it is very simple. For number in list, list sum is equal to list sum plus number. Every number is going to be adding, and finally 1 to 10 numbers addition. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Finally, value is 55. That's what. Okay. And there are multiple kind of examples. A letter in string. I want to print each and every letter. Complete letters are printed. And tuple of tuple 1 2 3 4 5 tuple list already happened. Now tuple, on tuple we are applying for loop. Our list we applied for loop, on tuple we are applying for loop. Tuple for object in tuple, print tuple. One more example, nested list. Nested list for tuple in list. Okay, first of all we need to execute this. Okay, first of all we need to execute the list. List with the tuples kada. List having multiple objects, multiple values, but values as a tuple value. But I want to pick up the tuple. How to pick up the tuple? For tuple in list, all these are my custom names. Don't worry. This is custom name. This is not a predefined one. Black color letters are custom names. Green color letters are predefined. Predefined. Okay. For T1, T2 in list. For T1, T2 in list, print T1. Only T1 I want to get. See, this is what actually tuple breaking. This is what actually tuple breaking. Tuple break avutunda. How to break the tuple? Instead of taking the tuple object, I will take the parameter type. I will take parameter type. T1 is first parameter, T2 is the second parameter. First parameter stores the first value, second parameter stores the second value, and finally output is what? T1. What is output of T1? 2 6 10. Okay, now very good. One more operation. T1, T2, two parameters are coming. In the tuple, two values are there. Just add the two values. How to add the two values? Print of T1 plus T2. Output is addition. There are multiple examples I'm writing. Just try to work out all these things. Example 7. K1, K2, K3. 3 keys. Item in D. Print of item. Every item got a printed. Work out all the examples. Multiple examples I will give you. And all the keys and all the items you can able to access. All the key. We know all this accessing keys, accessing values we know. And sorting we know. Is what actually loops like. What actually loops? Just try to work out all these loops now. Next we go with while loops. While loop is there. There is no do while. There is no do while in Python. In Python, only two loops. For while. For in, not for in. For in while. Okay. While x is equal to 0, while x less than 10, print x. We already know this. Initialization, I go. This is I'm writing. Initialization, condition, statements, increment, decrement. How to when writing statements after the colon, 4 spaces I'm taking. 4 spaces I'm taking. Syntax. This is syntax. Okay, let me work out one simple concept. We already know in JavaScript we have some numbers. We already know JavaScript we have some numbers. Let me go with that. So initialization I is equal to 0 while while I less than or equal to 10, I less than or equal to 10, I plus print I there na, print I, then I plus is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. I incrementing by 1. Now what is output of this? 0 to 10 values printed. So this in JavaScript, what is the major difference between this and JavaScript? Only parenthesis removed, curly braces removed. Parenthesis removed, curly braces removed, indentation added. In Python, conditions and loops, we don't have curly braces and parentheses. This is not a fundamental node point. And indentation injected. Indentation injected. So this nodes also you try to understand. So let me keep the nodes here. Let me keep the nodes here. Okay, fine. Let me keep a comment on this. Commented. Next, check with the while loops, guys. While loop is very simple. After that, there are some useful operators which are going to be available in Python, and new operators got added. One is called range operator. One is called range operator. 0 to 11. 0 to 11 range of 0 to 11. What is the range of 0 to 11? Will tell. Okay, list range of 0 to 11. List out all the range of 0 to 11. 0 to 11 values, print in a list. Put a list. List of 0 to 12. 11 values will come. 0 to 11 means 12 values will come. 12 values will come. Why? Because of I want a range between 0 to 12. I want a range between list of range of 100 to 200. Can I do this? List of range of 100 to 200. Can I do this? Possible or not possible? Possible or not possible? Possible. Why not? 100 to what's there? Yeah, okay. 100 to 199. 100 to 199. Okay. So this is what actually the range is, 100 to 105. Let me take 105. Simple, కదా? 100 to 105. Okay. Now coming to the last one. Last value is not actually added. Range of 0 to 11, comma 2. What is 2? What is 2? 2 step. 0 to 11 values need, but 2 step. 2 step means second value, fourth value, sixth value, eighth value, 10th value. Okay, let me go. One not 10. Let me go with 1 or 10 with the 3 step. 100 to 110 value I want to print with the 3 step. 100, 103, 106, 109. Okay, let me go with the 5 step. 100, 100. Got my point? Huh? Oh. Okay. One more thing I will do. 100 to 200 with 5 steps. Can I go with this? 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, 120. Very, very easy, right? Next, enumeration. There is a concept called enumeration. Index 0 for letter in ABCDE, print at index of this and at index of this. This is already we know. This is already we know. Printing format. Printing format. Yesterday I told you dot format method. Dot format. First one is index count. Second one is letter. So index count is this, and letter is coming from the value, na? So at index 0, letter A. At index 1, letter B. At index 2, C. First of all, indexes we are finding, values we are finding. Index count is incremented by 1. Index count is incrementing by 1, right, in the loop. And every time value is also printing for us. Every time value also printing for us. So, zip. Tomorrow I will tell the zip. Don't worry. So when we are going to be putting all the things into the mind one day, getting blast. Okay, fine. So few concepts you learn today. And tomorrow we will go with the zip concept. Zip and enumerations are very, very important. Interview questions. Python, every concept is interview question. Every concept is simple, but every concept is interview question. They will check your knowledge. Tell me about enumeration. Tell me about the zip. Tell me about the frozen set. Tell me about the set. చిన్న questions ఉంటాయి. ఓపెన్ కాదు. Python interview crack చేయడం చాలా సింపుల్. Damn it. ఒకసారి సబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తుంది. సబ్జెక్ట్ రాకపోతే ఏం చేయలేదు ఎవరైనా. ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది సబ్జెక్ట్?